Welcome to the podcast that focuses on attracting females, traveling the world, and accumulate wealth. Why, you ask me? Well, back when I was 20 years old, I made a couple goals to achieve by the age of 30. Visit 100 countries, sleep with 100 girls, own 100 bitcoins, experience 100 stories. If you have similar goals as me, you have come to the right place. This entire podcast series will be me chatting with high achievers that I have met in my life. It'll be anonymous and audio only. And also, I will change the pitch of the audio to further protect the privacy. I will ask all my guests to pick a pseudonym, and you may call me Giraffe. If I send this intro to you personally, bro, it will be an honor to have you on my podcast. Not only will we level each other up, but also we will be helping a generation of males who aspire to be us. Welcome. What do you want to pick for a nickname?
Nickname?
Yeah.
I don't know. Or
Jay.
You want Jay?
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first ever podcast. Welcome, Jay.
Thanks so much. Thanks for
So let's get straight into
having me
it.
here.
You are our flight attendant.
I used to. I work for 4 years as a flight attendant for one of the biggest airlines. Can I say the name? Yeah. Emirates.
Yeah, sure. The privacy level is up to you. How much?
Okay, so I need to be careful to what I say. Okay.
And
So
they-
yeah,
they're gonna
that
kill
airline, that airline is Emirates. So you know Emirates, it's in Dubai. Emirates in Dubai.
Can we close it? Okay.
Um,
Up to you.
Okay, anything. So yeah, I was working for Emirates in Dubai, in the UAE. So it's one of the biggest airline. We were more than 20,000 cabin crew at the time, and 90% of them were girls, females. Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, as a guy on every single flight, you meet a lot of girls. So when you're single, I think it's a good job.
May I know the ethnicity percentage pie chart?
Ethnicity, I would say, actually they had more than 150 different nationalities. So
Wow.
on every flight, you could meet Asians, Europeans, Americans, Africans,
The flight attendant.
flight attendants, but also passengers, because we were flying all over the world. One day I was in Australia, the next day I would fly to Kenya.
What makes you think the Emirates airline decided to hire like international like crew, cabin crew instead of local?
Because first of all, there are not that many locals, especially young people, and 90% of Dubai is actually expats, foreigners.
Okay.
It's only less than 10% of Dubai are made of local people.
Uh-huh.
So, and since it's an international airline, they're flying everywhere. They need people who speaks a lot of different languages. So that's why they were hiring. They're still hiring 99.9% foreigners. Yeah. So.
Let the story begin. I'm all my ears.
So, what spicy stories you wanna hear?
Let's start with the top three.
So, so as I said, you know, 90% of the staff there and the flight attendants were females.
Yeah.
10% men. The thing is, among those men, most of them are gay. You know,
Really?
because it's a bit famous. You know, this job, flight attendant, it's famous. I don't know why, but a lot of males are gay in that job.
Uh-huh.
So let's say I would come to work on a flight with 25 cabin crew. 20 to 22, 23 would be females, only a few guys,
Okay.
one gay, then me, straight. So you're the only options for those girls, you know?
And
So it's it's amazing. It's amazing.
especially when you are in a foreign country and you have to live in the same hotel for the night.
Exactly, because depending on the flight, sometimes we would go and come back the same day if it was a short flight. But most of the flights we had a 24 or 48 hours layover in that country. So let's say, for example, I would fly from Dubai to Milan, Italy,
Yeah.
then spend 24 hours in the same hotel with all the staff, the cabin crew, and then come back to Dubai the next day. So during this 24 hours, you can imagine what we would do.
Well,
Like people would like to party, go out, have Italian food, go to club, but, you know, so and at the end of the day, when you're the only guy there, and you have a lot of girls for yourself, then it's easy to end up sharing the room with one of your colleagues, if you know what I
You
mean.
want to disclose how much girls have you slept with?
In 4 years in Emirates, I'm not sure. I would say probably over 40, 50.
Oh my god.
But the thing is,
Oh my god.
I was not single all the time, because the first year I started dating one of my colleague for a year, and I didn't cheat on her or anything. So actually, it's not full 4 years of being single. So yeah.
I'll make your life easy. Do you think you'll help?
Yeah, maybe I need to keep it close.
You?
Let's. I need to keep it like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think? So your arms can rest a little?
That's fine. Okay, I'll keep it like that.
Yeah.
So what were we saying? Yeah. So the first year in Dubai, I was not single actually. I was dating one of my colleague, but then I had to catch up. So
Do you have a picture you can show me?
of the
Picture, yeah.
ex-girlfriend.
Yes. Or just generally the hottest girls you've slept with during those couple of years.
Man, I need to check on my Instagram, but
Yeah, it's okay. You can show me the audiences will not see.
Okay.
They will judge the beauty of the girls based on my reactions. I'll be like, eh, or like,
well, because now that I have a girlfriend, I had to delete a lot of those girls. You know, I couldn't keep them on my Instagram. But let's see.
archive, no?
I couldn't. I had to hide it. Let me see. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure if I still have a lot of them on my Instagram. I deleted most of them.
What are the races you dated? A lot of white, or you don't like white people? Oh, by the way, Jay is white.
Yeah, you need to mention that.
Yeah.
So
So he has a Falam privilege, you know.
exactly, yeah.
He's fairly like upper tier attractive. He's got a nice beard. He's sitting right in front of me. But anyway, continue.
So the thing is, imagine you work with 150 plus nationalities.
Yeah.
So obviously you're gonna be attracted by people that you're not used to see in your home country, you know. So
Okay.
I'm from Europe, so maybe people can guess my accent where I come from. So I won't be, when I was in Dubai, I wouldn't be attracted by this, this type of girl I can find easily in my country. So it was mostly the total opposite. So for example, Latinas,
Which is your favorite race?
Asians,
Really?
yeah,
Southeast Asians or like Japanese, Korean, Chinese Asians?
Japanese, Koreans,
Oh.
yeah, Chinese, yeah.
So like developed Asian countries.
Yes.
In-
Well, I don't have a specific type, but if you ask me, I would say more toward the, east.
Yeah, in comparison to no, it's north more or west. In compared to southwest.
Yeah, so let's say like Japan, Korea.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm the opposite. If I were to pick Asian girls, that's the map. All like you like these countries. I like these.
We are looking at the map right now. Exactly. But you know what? The thing is, I like girls with really light skin.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Latinas don't have light skin.
I mean, for Asians.
Oh, okay.
For Latinas, it's different. I like when they're tan with big ass.
So you like small eyes, small body, and the light skin.
Yes, for Asians, yes.
Interesting.
So that's why here in Thailand, or if you go to Vietnam or Cambodia,
Yeah, they're darker. Yes.
they have more like darker skin.
Have you seen those old guys in Phuket and Pattaya, like old white guys in their 50s, 60s? All of them have a tiny, like very, very dark, actually, Thai girl.
Yeah.
Have you
they
seen
do.
those?
They do. Yeah,
It's
I've been to
somehow like
Pattaya.
dark white.
I was in Pattaya a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I hate that city. I don't like. Yeah.
Starting like at 10 o'clock in the morning, you will see a lot of white, old, no abs, Old people, dudes just go to the go-go bars and spend a day there. I think that's how they spend their every day.
Yeah, it opens at 9:10. You can see them with a Chang beer already drinking in the morning.
That's so true. That's
with a tiny dark skin Thai girl.
Yes, that's so true.
And they spend the
And
entire
you
day
can tell
there.
the tiger is trying very hard to please the guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But that city is famous for
Yeah,
like
debauchery.
time in exchange of money and yeah. But I think if you go to Pattaya, when I was in Pattaya, I was shocked. I didn't see many young people actually. It was mostly people over 50, 60,
Yeah.
and mostly
went there
Europeans,
during
Americans,
Sunrise
Australians.
during the Waterfly Festival, so there was a large enough young people group. But for daily lives, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I think the name for the city is Paradise for like old people.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. You also have Wahin. Have you been to Wahin?
I've heard about it. Yes.
I've heard it's also like a place where you won't find anyone under 60 years old. But I don't think it's like Pattaya. I think it's more for retirement.
Oh, I've actually got a chart. Oh, sorry, it's Chinese. I couldn't share, but
I cannot read Chinese yet.
I basically I made a chart of the differences between each races. Like what are the pros and cons?
You mean girls or?
Yes. So the three major groups are white, of course, Latinas, and Asians, Southeast Asians, and there's no black. I'm sorry, I never will, never had.
Same. We're on the same page for that. Yeah.
Yes, so there's some racist shit, but don't hate.
No, actually, I slept once with a black girl.
I've never even hold hand with one, bro. Blasphemy.
just because you need to try everything in life, you know. If you don't try, you don't know. So I was like, okay, I need to try at least once. I tried.
You.
And I will never go back.
You.
Yeah.
Actually, I will argue this is not racist because racist is a word nowadays being overused for. It's actually a preference, right?
Yeah, I'm simply not attracted by their physics.
You cannot believe when I talk to my grandma, they say I told them like I like white girls. They say, as long as you don't bring back a black baby, like you can do anything.
Well, yeah, some people only like dating African girl. I know some guys in Europe. I have some friends. They would only go for Africans.
Wow.
Well, that's their preferences. If they like that, why not? If they're happy like that.
Do you know that in Africa, there I don't know them, but for Kenya or whatever coastal cities, a lot of old 50s, 60s, old fat white lady from Europe go there for vacation. It's the opposite of Pattaya.
Exactly.
So
like
they
Senegal, for example.
Yeah,
I heard.
I heard they buy like a 20-year-old, really muscular, tall black boys as their temporary boy. Oh my God.
But I've heard in the US, old ladies and Americans, they do that. They go to Dominican Republic or Cuba.
Yeah.
Just to find young boys, like in their 20s.
You imagine you buy yourself a huge dick, energetic, muscular, tall. Oh, wow, man.
Can we blame them if they're 50, 60 years old, single, and feeling lonely?
In the hands of free market economy, as long as you're like do voluntarily transactions, everybody's better off. They all got what they want. But anyway, we still haven't got to your stories, man.
Oh yeah, so back to Dubai. Man, I had so many good layovers with girls.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I don't know which story I could share with you. For example,
I mean, share the best one, your favorite ones, of course.
Okay, let me start with these Malaysian chicks. So I had a flight. I think we were going to Prague, Czech Republic. So we worked on the flight from Dubai to Prague. I think it's a 6 hours flight, a 7 hours flight. Never seen that girl in my life because in Emirates when I was there, we were like over 20,000 cabin crew. So every single flight you would fly with different people. You rarely fly twice with the same people. So never seen her in my life. And during the flight, she kept, like when we were passing like next to the passenger, she kept touching me or looking at me, and I was like, girl, we don't know each other, like, and passengers are there, stop doing what you're doing. And she kept like, like touching, this kind of things that make you realize quickly that she's into you. So anyway, after that 6-7 hours flight, everybody decided to go for dinner. The captain, the first officer, everybody went for dinner. And then we went to this very nice Czech restaurant. She sat next to me the entire dinner time. She kept touching my dick and my leg under the table, man.
Oh my God.
Like, it would happen only in movies, And I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
She might as well crawl under the table and give you a blowjob.
She couldn't because so it was a really long table. We were maybe 12, 13 cabin crew and flight deck there having dinner. And she kept, I swear to God, she kept touching me under the table. I'm like, okay, fine. So we finished eating, and then I asked her, like, should we stay with the crew, or you want us to go somewhere else, just you and me? She's like, yeah, let's pay and then just go to a bar, a club, just you and me.
Okay.
So we were like, guys, we're sorry, but the flight was a bit rough, difficult flight. We were a bit tired. I think we're gonna go home now. Bullshit. So we just left and we went to a bar together, just her and me. And then it started again. She kept, like touching and kissing and everything.
She's showing you the signs obvious. You should just directly go back.
Actually,
no bar. Skip that. Why?
It was not that late. I was like, you know what? Let's grab a drink first. So we went to a bar and then back to the hotel. So the question was, your room or my room? So I went to a room, and man, that was a crazy night. She had fucking hot body, and and after 10-15 minutes, of course, condom. Yes, condom. Yeah.
You have to think.
The thing is, when you work for Emirates, when you work in the UAE, in the United Arab Emirates, you must get tested because you cannot get a residency visa if you have STDs. Yeah.
I'm proud of them actually.
So sometimes with cabin crew, since we were renewing our license,
how often? Every year?
And every 2 years. But yeah. Of course, you need to use condom, but sometimes when it was just with cabin crew, not with random people.
Okay, you're fairly sure that just he or she is clean.
Yeah, just with cabin crew, sometimes you wouldn't wear a condom. Yeah.
Okay.
And after, I don't know, we started doing things, crazy night, and then at some point she was like, I can squirt. You want me to show you?
What?
And I never had that before, so I was like, well, yeah. Honestly, whoever cleaned the room the next day, she deserved that cleaning lady deserved a huge tip because the room was a fucking mess. That girl squirted, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 times. The bed was a mess. We couldn't even sleep on the bed. We had to put some towels on top of.
Why did you just go to the other person's room?
Because when you fuck for like a few hours, you're just tired and you fall asleep. So I remember we just put the towel over the bed sheet and we slept there.
Oh wow.
And I think that was my first Malaysian chick. And then after that, I slept with other Malaysian cabin crew. And if I have to say, Malaysians are the craziest girls in bed. In my opinion, yeah. From my experience.
That is very opposite than my experience. When I was in Malaysia, if you go onto the street, most are Muslim, many, and they cover their hair. So I've never approached any or slept with any. It's crazy to hear. I thought they are a very conservative Muslim country.
So that girl, she's Muslim. When her family comes to visit her in Dubai or when she would go home, She would wear the scarf,
Oh
cover
my
herself,
fucking god.
go-
Oh my god.
go to the mosque to pray with her family and everything.
Oh my god.
Back to Dubai, she would remove her scarf and slept with everybody and
Wow. 10 out of 10 story. Let me give you a round of applause.
thanks. But she was not only cute, but she was really nice and amazing body and really friendly. So we kept seeing each other for a while, and then
And then
and then we just stopped talking to each other just like that.
What do you think the result of that? Did she start sleeping with other guys? Or?
No, I think she wanted something serious, and she met a guy, so she didn't want to meet that guy while seeing me. So yeah,
But
she just stopped talking.
you find her attractive as well. Why didn't you build a relationship with her?
Because I knew her background. You know, she slept with a lot of our colleagues, and
she's like very promiscuous.
yeah. So I wouldn't want to date that type of girl.
Gotcha.
So yeah, she just stopped talking to me. We stopped talking to each other, and she started dating that guy, and that's it. And now it's been maybe 5 years, and never heard about her.
Wow. Oh, amazing. You know, that reminds me of the Christian girls. You know, they believe in Jesus, so no sex before marriage, so they won't have anal, which is fucking crazy.
I heard that about Muslims and
Wow.
some Muslim countries that really
That's a Mia Khalifa type of shit, bro.
they cannot have sex before marriage. So I heard that about Moroccan girls, Algerian girls, those Muslim like Northwest, North Africa. They would just do anal because they cannot have sex before getting married.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is that the first story?
That's the first story. Yeah.
Amazing. I mean,
Thanks.
I'm gonna stop the recording. All right.
Is it recording? Yes.
Yes. We're back at again. So
Back again with another story.
yeah.
So after the
The
Malaysia,
last story was no, I don't want to give you like perfection. I'll give it 9 out of 10. It was very, very good. I liked it
it was
with the background.
it was too easy actually. It was, because if I go to Europe, I'm not saying I'm an ugly guy, but I'm not Brad Pitt neither.
yes.
So when I'm in Europe, nobody gives a shit about me, girls.
I will 100%.
I'm a random guy.
But if you work here on Southeast Asia,
But when I go to Latin America,
yeah.
or
Oh my God, you're a
to
god.
Asia?
You're a god.
exactly, because we are always attracted by things that we don't have in our country. So-
If I have your look and I go to Latin America, I walk on the street, any girl with a boyfriend, I could snap her like that, or you could snap.
Yeah, Latin America. I went to Colombia. When was it? 6 years ago, I went to Colombia for 2 weeks with a friend, and I met a lot of Colombian girls. But you know what? I was so disappointed. They're not that pretty.
Colombians?
Yeah, people are selling us the dream that Colombians are like they have amazing bodies and they're really good-looking women. I was so disappointed when I was there.
What's your rank of the countries with the most beautiful girl to the least, or top 3?
Top 3, I would say number 1. Man, that's difficult.
For me, I really, really love like white features. So Eastern European are amazing. The Northern Europeans are pretty as well, but their population is just too little. Everybody knows everybody. You just couldn't. There's not enough girls to sleep with.
Where?
Northern Europe, like say Sweden,
Yeah.
those couple of countries, Finland, Norway, beautiful, but population is too small and too cold for people to go out.
But I don't know. I would say
Have you slept with any Russian Ukrainians?
no, never. Because
What?
I'm not attracted by this type of woman.
You know the girls, the Russian Ukrainians. There are a lot of them in Dubai. They do the lip filler, the real long eyelashes, fake boobs, high heels.
They all look alike.
all blonde. You know, they all fucking look the same, like a plastic doll.
Yeah, I just don't like them.
They're everywhere.
But even in this building, a lot of Russians and Ukrainians.
But in this building, they're regular Russian Ukrainians. They usually have a boyfriend or husband. They come in family.
I can tell you there are probably some OnlyFans Russian girls here in this building. I can show you a few pictures after. Yeah. I'll show
Wait,
you.
how do you have the contact? Hold on, pause.
Man, you need to be smart. You go to Instagram. You know, I'm a detective. You go to Instagram and you search by a place or building. There's a feature,
Wow.
and then you can see the latest picture posted in this building. And there are some chicks.
Oh my god, I've never done it in my life, bro.
Let me
That's
show
10
you.
out of 10 tip.
One is a Russian DJ, and she has over like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of followers. And I saw her a few weeks ago. She was here at the pool taking sexy pictures, and then she posted the pictures on her Instagram.
Oh wow, I've never thought of Instagram look. I've never used that feature in my life, bro.
So, for example, I don't know, maybe this one, Life as Up,
Oh.
recent, and then you can see the recent pictures.
Do you need a Wi-Fi?
It's a bit slow, but yeah. And then that's it. And then you just scroll and you look at the latest pictures posted here.
You can just get me for Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the thing is with this fucking Android phone, I cannot scan.
No, just you cannot open the camera and scan.
Oh yeah, let me.
Yeah, try the camera.
But look. I need to take a picture.
It doesn't have to. Oh.
Then open the picture, then go plus, and then scan.
Okay.
It's a-
Anyway, I
Okay,
get your
here we
point.
go.
That's a crazy feature.
Okay, let's connect. Connecting. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, now it's connected.
I really like the Eastern European girls.
So by doing that, I found her. She's Russian, I think. Oh, Ukrainian. Sorry, I don't know.
I approached two girls in this building already. They're Russians. One with a boyfriend already, so she only replied my messages twice and she disappeared. The other one is kind of cute, live by herself, has a like 9 to 5 job, regular girl. Maybe I'll see her again. She invited me to a dance lesson, to a hip hop thing, which I'm
Nice.
not interested. I'll update you.
Sure.
It'll be really cool if I can sleep with a girl in the same building. That's kind of hot. But the downside is she might stalk you, you know.
Exactly.
You may
Maybe in a few days she will see you with the different chicks and she would get jealous.
Yeah, she'll go crazy or she will constantly want to come you. That's the downside. The perfect situation is you go to her when you're horny, but never the other way around.
Exactly.
It's kind of one of my fantasies.
Well, I cannot find it. Oh, maybe this one.
Oh, but anyway, this building, okay, that's thought behavior.
So it's a nice way to find girls.
Oh,
in a
this building, I'm not going to mention name. I think it's one of the best facilities, location, everything together. It is one of the best I've ever
It is, yeah.
found. Yes,
That's why I chose this building. I saw it on Instagram a few years ago,
it's
and I was like, shit, if I ever move to Bangkok, I want to live in that building.
this pool, I have yet to seen a better one. It's amazing.
Yeah. Some condos have very nice pool, but this one, I swear, the top one with the
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the sunset, beautiful. I've
Yeah.
brought like maybe 10 girls already in that swimming pool, just swim. with
Maybe I'll go in 1 hour to have a swim there.
Oh, I usually go swim like around sunset or at night. It's way too hot. That thing,
Yeah, 5 p.m. it's good time. If you go there at 1 or 2, you just die. It's so hot,
it's too hot.
and the sun is so strong.
But the last 2 weeks, it was raining a lot, so
Yeah.
it was cloudy. It was fine. But anyway, shall we get into the second story?
Okay, so first story was this Malaysian girl. Second story, what can I say? Okay, interesting stories. Second story, it was also a flight with a girl who kept hitting on me the entire flight. Because once again, there were mostly female cabin crew on that flight, just a few guys, me and probably a few gay guys. So girls don't have choice. I'm the only one. Jay's the only one available on the flight. And we had a layover I forgot which country, but I think it was Prague as well. I don't know what's happening with Prague, but I think we were going to Prague.
Okay.
Same story. She kept hitting on me the entire flight, and then we decided to go for a drink, dinner with the rest of the crew.
Uh-huh.
And then she left. So she kept hitting on me, but I don't know. I was not really paying attention. And at some point, she just left alone. She went back to the hotel. And I didn't see her until the next day, the pickup time, until the pickup time to go back to Dubai.
Okay.
She's Argentinian,
Uh-huh. That's hot.
so we change the continent. And yeah, so we do the flight, and then she kept ignoring me during the flight. So I think she was a bit upset that I didn't pay attention to her on the way
Okay.
to Prague during 24 hours layover. So anyway, we come back to Dubai. Then when you work for Emirates, they have their own accommodation for cabin crew. So you live in a building full of cabin crew. So you can imagine all the crazy parties.
Can I go visit?
You cannot. Well, if you have a friend, yeah, you can go. But otherwise, you cannot just rent an apartment in the Emirates accommodation.
But it sounds a lot faster than going to apply for the flight attendant job than going to the building. You might also just buy your way into a friend and enjoy the girl access there. No?
Some random guy who are not crew who just live in Dubai, at night, that's what they do. They just take their car and they just drive around the cabin crew accommodation, and they just chit chat and approach girls,
Wow.
Yeah. But back to the story. So we went back to Dubai, and I took the bus to go to my accommodation, and she took the same bus. I was like, "Shit, do you live in that building?" She said, "Yeah." Okay, so we are actually neighbors. And she was living like 2 floors up, but I've never seen her in the building before. So we started chatting again after she ignored me for the entire flight. And then she was like, do you want to come to my place tomorrow for dinner?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, why not? So I'm like, okay.
So you just take the elevator, go upstairs a few
Exactly, yeah. So the next day, 6, 7 p.m., I went to her place, and she cooked for me. She spent a lot of time cooking, and because you don't live alone, you live with flatmates. But she was alone because her flatmates had flights. They were flying somewhere else.
Mm.
So we were alone in the apartment. I swear, we didn't finish dinner. She just walked around the table, pushed my chair, sat on me, and started removing my clothes. Like, let's finish dinner later. Let's go to the room.
Oh my gosh, she's so horny, I guess.
And she was really, really, really horny. Yeah. So we had some fun time, and then we kept seeing each other for a few months.
Is she like black hair or blonde hair?
Long black hair.
Interesting.
But she was not the typical. Like
Argentinians, they're either like black eyebrows, black hair, or they're like light features like the Italian descendants.
She's Italian. She has an Italian name, Italian descendant. So she was actually white skin, long black hair, tall and skinny.
Mm-hmm.
And we kept seeing each other for a few months. She was always coming to my place, and she wouldn't care if my flatmates were there or not. She would just walk naked in the living room, and she wanted to fuck everywhere, in the kitchen, while watching, on the sofa while
With
watching
a condom?
a movie. No, with her, no, without condom.
Oh my god.
And she didn't give a shit that my flatmates were there sleeping in the room. No, she would just be half naked in the apartment, walking around all the time.
It's kind of hot when a girl is very confident with her body.
Yeah.
It's kind of hot.
Yeah, she was actually a bit too skinny, but yeah, she had
I like skinny bitches. I like skinny.
She had a nice body. Yeah. Oh, actually, I think I still have her on my Instagram. Maybe this one I can show it to you.
Okay.
It
sounds like you had a very. I don't know what's the end of the story, by the way, before we move on.
And then same story, man. We were seeing each other for a few months, and then she stopped talking to me, and then I got to know that she actually had a boyfriend in Argentina, and he was coming to visit her
Wow.
sometimes.
Okay, now I have
we
a
just
question.
stopped.
So there are so many girls you've slept with. Apparently, have a lot of options during your in your career. What makes some girls special that you want to date them for a long time, and the other girls like just 1-2 time thing? Like, how do you pick?
I don't know. I think it's just well, first of all, this Malaysian girl, I knew she was sleeping with a lot of guys and like
Mhm.
doing some weird shit. So I would never see myself with this type of woman. But for the other girls, for example, this Argentinian, I don't know. I think it's just about the feeling. Yeah, because also being from completely different part of the world or different nationalities, sometimes it's not always matching. And I realized that with when I was dating some Asian girls, because before this relationship, my longest relationship was with a Japanese girl. When I was 22, we stayed together for 3 years, and you realize that it can be difficult to have a
Long distance.
no, because actually I was living in Japan with her,
Oh wow.
so it's not about long distance relationship. It's just about the how we understand each other. And
What was your visa situation like in Japan?
I was just doing visa runs because I could stay 3 months without a visa. So I did
But
that.
isn't there like a 6 month per year limit?
I never had any issue, And then I would
Okay.
go back to Belgium and go back to Japan,
Okay, I see.
going to South Korea for a few days, coming back.
I see. For 3 years, that's crazy. I've never heard.
No, not the entire 3 years. I did that for over a year in Japan. Then I went 1 year to Australia and she came with me.
Ah, I see. I see.
And then she came also to Belgium. Oh, yeah, I can say I'm from Belgium. It's okay.
And what makes this currently you're dating a Thai girl for 8 years?
Right now, for 5 years.
For 5 years. Like, what makes her so special since she's your longest relationship?
Um,
Are you gonna marry and have kids with her stuff?
well, I don't want to get married right now, but
Potential.
potentially,
Wow.
maybe in a few years, yeah.
The longest relationship I've ever had is like month. Wow.
1 month or
1 month.
Mm,
1 month.
okay. She's the Argentinian girl. I don't know if you can see, but
I see.
you can see her body. That's the
Oh, so she, okay. I got it. I get the concept. Yeah.
yeah,
She's very skinny.
yeah, skinny, and it's really horny. So yeah,
Okay, so what do you want to
That's
talk about
that's
next?
the second story. I wanted to say something about those OnlyFans girls living in this building.
Yes. Tell me.
Do you know any? Let me show you a girl, and she lives in this building. I see her all the time. She's Thai, and she's really famous on social media. I don't
I
know
might
if you-
know her. I approached a really cute Thai girl here in this building. I texted her a couple of
Yeah.
times.
This one.
Oh, she's not my type. She's not my type. I don't know.
She has over one.
Oh my god, 1 million followers!
Yeah,
Oh my god, I hate those type of looks.
she's look. She's taking a. Yeah, you can see the building.
Okay.
Sometimes you see her at the pool with her only like the other OnlyFans girls.
Yeah.
There are like maybe 10 of them living in this building, and they all make content together.
Oh my god, wow.
And yeah,
Wow.
I don't know what type of content because I don't pay for that shit or I don't check that
I
shit.
never,
But
yeah.
I can imagine what type of content they do.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I've seen her so many times in this building. So yeah, you can see this. Okay, for example, this type of girl, you would see this type of girl everywhere in Pattaya,
Mhm.
and old guys from Europe.
Oh, yeah.
They love this type of girl,
Yeah,
and I don't like that.
that is a very good like typical.
Yeah, that's the opposite of what I like.
I like really youthful looking, not whore looking.
Yeah.
You know, I like the innocent type, pure, but that is the prostitute type.
Exactly. Yeah. See, you can see that's the pool of our building.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, and so many of them everywhere in Bangkok.
Crazy world.
Can you blame them? They take a few pictures, they do a few videos, they make a lot of money on OnlyFans because
Yeah.
weirdos are ready to pay $20 a month to see two girls naked. Well, good for them. I think she's making with her follower base. She's making a lot of money.
All right, that's a wrap for the second story.
That's the second story. Yes.
Okay. All right, we're back with the last and the best story. Jay's gonna share his overall experience of his 5 years, right?
4 years.
4 years
Yeah, a bit more than 4 years.
as a flight attendant in Dubai,
Yeah,
and all the girls he has encountered with.
And actually, that story about me going to Dubai to work as a flight attendant started here in Thailand.
Interesting. How?
Because it was after breaking up with my Japanese ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So I left Australia, and I didn't want to go back straight to Belgium. So I was like, you know what? Let's stop 10 days in Thailand to see how it is. It was my first time in Thailand. So I came to Thailand, and I texted one of my friends from university. We haven't talked to each other for a while, and I think it was meant to be because he texted me. So we texted each other, sorry, and I told me that he was on his way to Thailand. I was like, man, I just landed in Thailand.
The Japanese.
No, a friend from university.
Okay.
So yeah, we haven't talked for a while, and then out of the blue, he texted me saying, "Oh, I'm on my way to Thailand," and I was like, "Shit, man, I just landed in Thailand, and we haven't seen each other for a while." So like, you know what? Let's spend a few days together because I have no plan. He had no plan.
Yeah.
So he landed in Thailand, and we spent a couple of days together. And he told me, "You know what? After this holiday, I'm going back to Belgium, pack my shit, and I move to Dubai because I just got a job as a flight attendant. I will work for Emirates."
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, interesting. So he started to tell me about how much you can earn, what's what it looks like to be a flight attendant in
Did
Dubai.
you
Because
sleep with a lot of girls too?
no, because he always had girlfriends for
Okay.
long-term relationships. So he was not like me. And yeah, he shared with me all the information. And after my holiday in Thailand, I went back to Belgium, and I saw that there was a recruiting day for Emirates in Brussels.
Wow.
Like, shit, I just came back from Australia. I have no job. I have to look for a job. My friend told me that it looks like a really fun job.
How much you're getting paid if you don't mind disclose?
So when you start working in economy class.
Uh-huh.
You get free accommodation, free everything. So they take care of it.
Accommodation too.
Yeah, the crew accommodation we lived in, it's paid by the company.
Wow.
They would pay for electricity and everything. The only thing you need to pay yourself is the Wi-Fi or your phone bill.
You pay electricity too, right?
No, they pay for it.
Wow. So
They
you can
pay-
have the AC on 24/7.
Exactly, they pay. Yeah, that's why. And one of my friends was mining crypto in his room because he didn't give a shit about the electricity.
fucking-
Yeah. So yeah, they would take care of everything. So you get money for the flights you do, plus a basic salary, plus money on layovers to spend on whatever you want.
So
Food.
when there's a level, you pick your own.
They now I think they changed, but when I was there, they would give when you reach the hotel. So let's say you have a 24 hours layover in Bangkok.
Mhm.
You reach the hotel, and they would give you some cash.
Wow, that's sweet.
And the cash is based on the price of the food in that hotel on the menu. So it changes a lot based on the.
That's very generous, actually.
It depends on the country where you fly to. But yeah, in Bangkok, I think we were receiving around $60 or $70, but in Thai baht.
That's a lot of money.
For 24 hours, it's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
You have street food for a few dollars, and
Yeah.
and
You can
then
spend that.
and then you spend the rest on Khao San Road buying buckets of whiskey and coke.
How much do you make a month in dollars?
So in total, if you include that layover allowance and everything, you would make around $3,300 per month, and it's there's no tax, so it's
3,000.
above a bit more than $3,000.
3,000.
It's in your pocket, no tax, free accommodation. You get also 90% off of your flight ticket, so you could travel everywhere for a really cheap price.
That's actually amazing. Very, very
Yeah.
amazing. If you're fresh out of, I'll say, high school, he decided not to go to college, I would actually strongly recommend this one. He could either go backpacking in Europe or join the flight crew.
Yeah, they also pay for everything, for like insurance, health insurance.
Wow.
So the only thing I was spending money on was my phone bill, and it was maybe $20 a month.
So you saved a lot of money during that
I
period.
saved a lot of money, and
Very, very good.
that's how I managed to buy a property there. So I bought an apartment in Dubai.
Now you're renting it out?
Yeah, it's rented. Yeah, I've been
Wow,
tenant
bro.
for 4 years now. So yeah, if you're smart about money, you can save a lot of money there. Yeah.
The property in Dubai are very expensive.
Now it's getting crazy. Yes, in the last 2 or 3 years, prices went up so much.
Yeah.
My property went up. I can resell it now for 30% more than what I bought it for. So yeah, but to go back to that story, when I saw this recruitment day for Emirates, I was like, shit, man, I have no job. I was 25 years old. Why not? Let's try.
Yeah.
So I went there. We were 150 people applying for the job. It was a 2-day, actually 2 days of just doing some tests and doing some group activities.
How many people made it?
And at the end, I think 5 of us got hired.
Only 5.
Yes.
Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think the rest of the people wasn't hired? Because they're black?
I think because of their experience. So I think the reason why they hire me is because I studied English in the US. I lived in Japan. I just came back. I was coming back from a 1-year trip. And
do you think being white helped you?
No, because they hire from everywhere.
Wow, that's crazy.
If you go on their website now, they have recruitment days in Shanghai, in New York, in Casablanca, Morocco, here in Thailand. They recruit people from everywhere.
Huh.
So being white didn't help.
So
most of people there were white, actually. So
you didn't have a background in the service industry.
They don't care for Emirates. Those Middle East airlines like Etihad, Qatar, they don't care about your previous work experience. They just want people who are open-minded, who, if you speak different languages, it helps as well. So I think
you don't need to speak Arabic at all.
No, at all. Just English, but then any additional language is a plus. Yeah.
Imagine you're a polyglot. On those people on YouTube that speak 8 languages, you're hot.
Yeah, but it's not all. I don't know exactly what are the criteria, but yeah, they look for someone who's open-minded, who has travel experience is a plus. So me living in Japan, US, Australia.
How many days do you have off a month?
I think we used to have 6 or 7 days off per month, and then the rest of the time you're flying. But then you also have to include those 24 hours layover that you get in the country. So it's actually some sort of day off as well.
You said your flight tickets are 90% off. But you don't usually have time to travel, right?
Honestly, if I had 3 days off, I would go to Belgium. I would take a flight, go to Belgium. It would cost me $60 one way. So yeah, $120 from Dubai to Brussels. Go home 3 days, see my family, pack my luggage with Belgian beers, and come back to Dubai.
But you have to go to those places with only Emirates flights are flying to, right?
No, so there are different types of tickets. There's a type of ticket called ID50. If you buy it, it's more expensive, of course, but you get a seat on the plane. Then those ID90s or standby tickets, it's 90% off. You could book it with your own airlines, so Emirates, or any other airlines in the world. But you get on the plane only if there are seats available.
I will book that all the time, bro.
Until the last second, until they close the door, you're not sure if you can make it or not. You have to wait until the very last minute.
I don't mind. You just stay at the airport
I did it before, yeah. I did before.
If this one you go, you just open your phone and check the next one, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
departure in like 30 minutes because you already passed the gate.
Because you pay for the ticket, 90% off, and it's an open ticket, so you can take any flights from that destination to the other destination where you want to go. And
so do you just go into the plane and they charge you later, or you have to make decision?
It depends on the airlines. Usually you pay first, you get an open ticket, and then you show up at the airport saying, "Hey, I'm a Emirates crew. I have an open ticket for I don't know."
That is amazing. That is
For example, when I went to Colombia, I took an open ticket from Amsterdam to Bogota with KLM, the Dutch airline.
Okay.
I just show up at the counter saying, "Hey, I'm a Emirates staff. I have an open ticket," and they made me wait until the last minute, and I got on the flight because there was a free seat, and it costed me, I remember, 60 euros to fly from a 12 hours flight from Amsterdam to Bogota.
That is crazy.
So yeah, that's one of the good perks you get when you work as a flight attendant. Yeah.
Please continue the story.
So what were we saying?
You got hired at the mass.
Yeah, I got hired. So I had I had a month because I had to do the visa and everything. So I had a month chilling in Belgium, and then I packed my bag.
You're so lucky, bro.
Went to Dubai, and I started this job. So, but the thing is, when I arrived there and I saw how many girls I would fly with, I was like, man, I'm gonna enjoy.
Oh my! You might have a heart itch now. Oh.
The thing is, since I'm a stupid guy, after a few days I started dating one of my colleagues. So when you get there, you get 5 or 6 weeks, 6 weeks training. And one of the girl in my batch, a Japanese girl, we got along really well. So we started dating after a few days.
Yeah.
So my first year in Dubai, I was actually in a relationship.
You got locked down too fast, bro.
Yeah, man. I got handcuffed.
You should have been patient and cast your experiences, like sleep with 10 and pick the one you like.
But it's okay because after we broke up, I enjoyed.
Okay, please continue. So that's your first year?
Yeah, and then second, third year, I was really enjoying it, and sleeping with a lot of colleagues. I would say most of them were from Asia, South Korea, some Chinese, Taiwanese, Japanese, Thai,
Amazing,
Vietnamese,
amazing. Kudos.
Malaysians, and
Wow.
a few Europeans, one Argentinian. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, and I wanted to share the story about this Korean girl.
Oh,
Actually, she was really pretty, not the type of girl that you would just sleep, just one night
it's
with.
enough to go on dates and relationships.
I had to take her on dates so many times and chase her before we finally slept together. So she was actually really
She's
nice.
always very takes time to, or she sleep with other guys.
No, she's like a very
Good girl.
very good girl. Yeah.
Okay.
She wouldn't drink alcohol, for example. She would not go out, not party, no clubbing, nothing. So after sometimes chasing her, we slept together. Man, I swear I'm not lying, but after we slept together, I had a flight to Prague again. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that city, but I had a flight to Prague, and I flew with a different South Korean girl. She's actually she's South Korean, but she was born and raised in Canada. But both parents are from South Korea. And we got along with each other during that flight, and we slept together. And then when I came back to Dubai, I realized that this one and the other Korean were best friends.
That's kind of hot if you think about it. They're besties and in fact them both.
Yeah, but
You're the man.
at some point they realized, so they both stopped talking to me, and so I chased the first one for nothing, because at the end she stopped talking to me, and the other one, it was just a one night thing.
So if you could go back in time, you probably wouldn't sleep with the second one because you were like
No, I would.
I would. Okay, I think it's worth it.
I don't regret it. It was a good experience. And the thing is, when you move to Dubai, usually your first friends usually come from same country as you, or same languages. So, for example, most of my friends were from Belgium or French-speaking countries.
Do you speak Flemish or
No, I don't. I mean, I can speak a bit,
or German?
Not German, not at all. Flemish, yes, because you must learn it. It's mandatory.
Which country are you from in a city are you from in Belgium?
I come from south, so the French-speaking part. close to a city called
So you
Liège.
have zero exposure to other languages.
Only if you travel there.
Oh wow.
I take my car and I drive 1 hour to the north,
Uh-huh.
let's say Antwerp or Bruges.
Yeah,
Then yeah,
it's interesting.
people speak Dutch there.
If only 1 hour apart, and you just never picked up the language in your entire childhood.
And I had to study because it's meant that if you come from the south in Belgium, it's mandatory. You must study Flemish at school, Flemish, Dutch.
Oh really? Oh.
And Flemish or Dutch people must learn French at school. But for us, it's really difficult because we don't feel like we need to learn that language.
Yeah,
Because even if Brussels is located in the north part of the country, 90% of people, everybody speaks French in Brussels. So you don't feel like you really have to learn it. But for them, they want to learn French because
global, yeah.
That language is more, let's say,
Besides,
used.
90 more than 95%, I'll say 99% of people who speak Spanish or Dutch, whatever you call it, already speak perfect English.
Also, yeah.
There's very little, it's not like you're forced in a foreign country. Let's say Spanish. If you don't speak Spanish, you're trapped because nobody else speaks any other language you know.
Yeah, but
Yeah. So you made a lot of friends all from Brussels.
yeah,
Those people
and same
who
for
speak Fonsi.
so we had a WhatsApp group, and then same for those Koreans. They have a WhatsApp group on
Yeah.
South Korean flight attendant living in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
Man, after those 4 years, I slept with so many Koreans. One day my picture ended up in their in their WhatsApp group, like guys, girls. This guy, if you ever get a flight with this guy, don't talk to him, ignore him. Yeah, I think
But it's not like you did them wrong, right? It's not like you fucked them and leave them, right? You still talking.
Yeah, actually, it never happened. I didn't, except those two best friends. The other South Korean girls. Yeah, I was not a jerk actually. Some of them were actually dating a bit, and then we just stopped. But
and it's not like you're lying to them, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not like you're deceiving them. Oh, I only love you. You're only.
Yeah. No,
Like,
no.
both of you
I never
are
said
adults, and it's consensual, right?
that. Yeah,
Huh. I guess it's a female jealousy stuff.
probably. But yeah, at some point, Jess' picture was on the Korean WhatsApp group.
So after the Korean girls, what happened next?
And then after,
This time you're already a year and a half in, right?
yeah, it was maybe like almost 3 years there, and then I dated another Korean girl,
Uh-huh.
and then we stopped seeing
My
each
man
other.
has Asian fever.
And yeah, I'm not attracted. Actually, there were not that many Latin American girls in the, even if more than 150 different nationalities, not many Latinas. So yeah, I'm not attracted by Africans. I'm not attracted by white girls that much. And on every single flight, you fly with really cute Asian girls. So, and same for those Asian girls. They lived most of their life in their home country. They come to Dubai or they get a flight with me and they see this blonde guy.
Yeah.
So of course, maybe they will be attracted to me the same way I'm attracted to them because we are different. So, and those differences, well, that's how we get attracted with each other.
But by the way, I know you couldn't see, but Jay has really good hair. Like the style is on par. He's like dirty blonde, and he has like a blue-gray slash eyes with a perfect trimmed beard.
Yeah,
so there's no doubt he got a lot of girls in. Back when he was younger, can you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was younger, yeah.
Yeah, but please continue. So what happened next?
After that last Korean girl, I met my girlfriend because she was flight attendant for Emirates. So we met in Dubai. So she's Thai, and my last year in Dubai, we were dating, and then I got fired.
Please go to details.
Because of COVID. When COVID happened, they had to, I think they fired 40% of the staff. And since my profile was not the cleanest profile, because a few times I forgot to wake up for a flight, so I had some warnings on my files. So yeah, all the people with warning got fired, and I was one of them. But after that, I decided to stay in Dubai because my girlfriend, she got lucky. She still had a job. She didn't get fired.
Mm-hmm.
So we lived in Dubai another 2 years. she kept flying as a flight attendant for Emirates, and I started my own business. So it's my YouTube channel.
So sorry to interrupt, but do you mind to ask two questions because I might forget? One is, how do you wake up? Only rely on your phone, or do you wear a watch that buzz?
No, just on with the phone.
Oh, so of course you sometimes like a wolf.
The thing is, when I got the first warning, I remember I came back from holiday. I was in Japan with my Japanese friend. I came back from holiday, and during the holiday, I turned off all the notifications, even when the phone vibrates.
Yeah.
When I turned off everything.
So you just slept through.
So when I came back to Dubai, I forgot to turn it on.
So the moment you wake up, you realize you're fucked.
The alarm went on, but no sound, no vibration, nothing. So of course I couldn't.
Did you
wake up.
panic?
I panicked. Yeah, I called them and said, "Listen, I just came back from holiday. I'm really sorry that happened." They said, "There's nothing to do. You're gonna get an email from your manager in a few days, and you're gonna have to explain yourself." So I went to see my manager, and that's it. And I got a warning.
Do you have any deduction from the money?
Yes, if you get they call it an absent. I think you get a deduction of 200 dirhams, which is $50-$60.
Okay, that's not bad. It's mostly the warning that you're scared of.
Yeah.
And
Well, that warning wouldn't do anything, but because of COVID, they had to fire something. So, some people. So I was one of them.
My second question is, there's a hierarchy, right? Apparently, from my regular people's perspective, the pilot is way more attractive than the flight attendant. Does it?
You mean as a job or like physically, or what do you mean? Like
But
as a status, you mean being a pilot?
Status.
Yeah.
Does that mean the pilot get the bitches easier?
No, the thing is, I don't know for other airlines, but in Emirates, they hire the top pilots. So people with a lot of experience, a lot of flying hours. I think you need at least 2,000 or 3,000 flying hours to.
That means they're in their 50s.
Most of them are over 40, 50s, and most of them have families. So they're not that young anymore.
So the girls don't usually look at them.
Not really, no, not really.
But what if they cheat or they get horny like all the dudes? They fuck a lot of flight attendants, right?
Of course they do. Yeah, when you go on layover, you sometimes you see them pilots going out with
it's kind of human nature. Once you're in that kind of environment all the time, it's inevitable.
It happens, but not as much as you would think, because once again they're in the 50s. They're so most of them have families. So
do you think I need like a rich Dubai Habibis, the white hijabs? They come to pick the girls from.
Of course, man. In front of my building, you would see Ferraris every single fucking day. They would come
every single fucking day.
Every day, you would see like luxury cars, Rolls Royce, Ferraris coming to pick up cabin crew. Yeah, of course.
Those wealthy people, why don't they just go through the organization instead of cold approach themselves?
No, but for example, they would meet on Tinder, and most of the cabin crews, not all of them, but most of the cabin crew, the female, they're like attractive. They're good looking. So in Dubai, people know that.
So the airline doesn't host any parties, events for the rich people. The rich people have to reach out themselves.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But so they, for example, let's say you're female and you fly, you work in business class or first class, you're gonna meet a lot of wealthy passengers. So they would be like, do you want to meet when you come back to Dubai? Do you want to meet after the flight? You want to go for dinner tonight after the flight? So a lot of that's I think how they meet, but also Tinder and.
I would say it's actually you and them are on the same line. You have the convenience of being with them physically together. It's very convenient for me. In contrast, they need to wine and dine, use the money. Interesting. That's the importance of physical location, proximity.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
But yeah, those I swear, Ferraris and luxury cars, you would see them every day in front of cabin crew accommodation.
We're all men, right? We want to progress in career. Have you thought about befriend these people? Say, hey, I'm a young guy. I want money. I want status. I have access to these girls. Let's be friends. I will introduce you to all those girls. you introduce me connections, money. Have you thought of?
I never done that, but I know some guys working in Emirates who do that. They organize yacht parties,
Oh my!
asking cabin crew girls like, "Hey, do you want free alcohol, free yacht party, free
hell yeah.
everything?"
That's
And
exactly something I would do.
And then they invite rich Habibis.
Yeah.
And those guys, of course, they pay for everything. They pay for the boat.
Yeah, and
extra money.
very good commission to the guy.
Exactly, and then they party on the boat with a.
And of course, they just sleep with the girl, or hey, I'll give you $2,000. Almost all the girls couldn't say no to that.
But this type of story, it's not just Dubai. It's also in Miami. You know, in the US, it happens a lot.
Sure.
Like bringing all these influencers.
But
for free
but
on boats.
it's kind of on steroid in in Dubai.
But in Dubai, yeah, it happens a lot.
It's like a next level.
It's like the hidden things that you don't think happens, but actually it does happen.
If I were you, I would have befriend one of those really wealthy guys, because their pocket money like is what I make in a year, right? And what they spend like on a regular car or they will throw away in a few months is what I make in many years.
Yeah,
I would love to be friends with them. That'll save me years in career progression.
I never done it, but some guys, cabin crew guys in Emirates, they do it. Yeah.
If you just had a really good friend who was a rich Habibi, you probably wouldn't have to think so hard how to make $1,000 off the advertisement on your YouTube video.
Exactly, yeah.
Life could have been easier, bro.
These guys, they organize parties, or also the nightclubs. In nightclubs, they gather rich people. They book a lot of VIP tables, and then in the Emirates group, I need 10 girls for tonight, free entrance, free drinks.
Do you know what's a model apartment? Model apartment. So, I mean, I've been living in New York for almost 10 years, and they have these apartments, bunk beds. So the club promoter will give those girls free housing, sometimes pocket money as well. They live in this middle of the city, Manhattan, very good location, but it's very small, like bunk bed up and down. All they need to do is come out to the club 3 times a week for 3 hours.
Fuck, man.
Free housing, sometimes free. Every night they come out to the club is free meal at the restaurant. Because the presence of such beautiful girls brings so much money.
Wealthy guys, yeah.
Table model buyers.
Of course.
There are many. There are guys who are like, we call them pimp. You know,
Yeah.
They will have many girls, like probably 20 girls under their management. They provide rent housing. And so basically all he does is checks on Instagram every day and makes good living.
Yeah. Yeah, some people, yeah.
Party with the wealth.
You know what? I'm sure it happens too here in Bangkok, for sure. 100% sure that these kind of stories happens also here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's a good place to end it. You want to end?
Yeah, no, I think I told you, I shared those 3 stories, share about my work experience there.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add before we go?
That's it. After those 4 years and getting fired, I started my own business, and now I've been with my girlfriend for 5 years, and
I'm nice you find
became a good guy now.
You find your peace after all those crazy stars.
After enjoying my life, yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, man. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.